everyone, and welcome to another video. Seraphina would like to introduce you to Kenny Burrant. I wasn't in the Seraphina zone when I was making this. I had Celia on the go. "Hello," he said. "Good evening. How are you doing today?" "Hello again, I'm fine, thanks." "My name is Kenny. And you?" "Oh dear, can't you read my name?" "Sorry for that. Can we get to know more about each other?" "I'm sure we can try." "OK. Where are you chatting from?" "I live in Somerset." "What part of the world are you from? And what are your nationality?" And you'll see how ridiculous a question that was when he tells you what he does. "I'm in England. Where are you?" "I am originally from Belgium, and I live in the state, so therefore am half American and half Belgium. Do you mind telling me a little more about yourself, and a kind of person you are? And I hope I'm not disturbing your privacy with my messages." "That doesn't make you half American." "What do you mean?" "Living somewhere doesn't make you half of wherever you live. If you moved to Canada, that wouldn't magically make you half Canadian." "Question mark," he said, in reply to her saying living somewhere doesn't make you half of wherever you live. "If you moved to France, that wouldn't magically make you half French. If you moved to Australia, that wouldn't make you magically half Australian. If you moved to Nigeria, that wouldn't magically make you half Nigerian." "No." "Awesome. Can I know more about yourself?" "So living in America doesn't magically make you half American." "Can I know more about yourself?" he said. No spelt N-O, so it comes out as can I know more about yourself, as in I am no more. "I don't understand. Are you saying you don't want to know more about me, or that you just want no more of me? In which case, I'll just go away." "No!" "No to which bit?" He sent a photograph of a man. "And you?" he said. "No to which bit? I hope you aren't one of those men who thinks a lady should answer all his questions, but won't answer any of hers." "What do you do for a living?" he tried. "No to which bit? That's the third time I've asked. I'd really appreciate it if I didn't have to ask again." "I don't understand." So she repeated the question, and our man suddenly went into Portuguese. And you'll have to excuse me because I don't speak Portuguese. "Boa noite, como esta?" "Pardon?" said Seraphina. "What?" and repeated herself. "That's the fourth time I've asked." He sent some other garbled message, and I don't remember what it was because he removed it. To which, and I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, because I haven't warned you, so swallow now. To which Seraphina replied, "Fugelglog," and repeated herself. To none sent another message. Seraphina repeated herself. "Fifth time I've asked. Did you accidentally forget that you're half Belgian and half American?" I think most of those had been in Portuguese. "Sorry, my computer's messed up. I need to fix something." "Your brain?" she asked. "No, my computer, which accidentally types in Portuguese. Pull the other leg." "Well, I'm going to answer all your questions, OK?" "I doubt it," said Seraphina, "but we'll see." "OK, are you married?" "I'm waiting for your answer." "About what?" she repeated herself. "Sixth time I've asked." "Yeah." "You have to ask me your next question 6 times, adding 1 extra time for each time I have to ask again." "I want us to know more about each other." Seraphina repeated herself. "I don't understand. Are you saying you don't want to know more about me, or that you just want no more of me? In which case, I'll just go away." And he'd said no. "No to which?" 7th time. "I want us to know more about each other," he helpfully typed 6 times. "You have to answer my question first, Dinglewick," she said, repeating herself. 8th time. "Sorry, I'm sorry about that." "Sorry about what?" "OK, and let's chat about each other and stop making me feel bad." "What are you sorry about?" "Those questions you ask 8 times. "Obviously you aren't sorry, because you still haven't answered," she said, repeating herself. 9th time. "I want us to know each other. Don't go away. I want to know you." "You can try," she said. "You have to ask me your next question 9 times. "Really?" "Yes, really. Well, I give you unrelated answers, which might be in a language that isn't English." "Because of a little mess-up?" "You call ignoring my question 9 times a little mess-up. I call it rude and childish." "I wasn't ignoring, OK?" "You were ignoring, OK." "My computer just messed me up, that's why. I wasn't." "You were." OMG, are you married? So she screenshotted where she'd asked the first time, adding underneath, first irrelevant answer. Then she screenshotted the second time he'd ignored her, adding underneath, second irrelevant answer. Are you married? Are you married? That was nothing to do with my question. What do you want? I want to know you, okay? I want you to ask your question 9 times like you made me do. And stop making me feel bad. Okay, are you married? Okay, I'm so sorry. It's my fault that you made me answer 9 times, ? Are you married? I hope you can count up to 9. Are you married? He said for the 6th time. 6 is a good number, she said. Are you married? 7 days in a week. Are you married? 8 times around and about. Are you married? No, I'm not, she said. Are you married? No, I'm not. Are you married? No, I'm not. Are you married? Are you unable to read? Yes, you said 9 times, so I did. Awesome. So which bit of no, I'm not are you having difficulty with? And what don't you remember? Now what are you talking about? I haven't forgotten anything. I think you might have mislaid your brain. So he copied where she'd said, I want you to ask your question 9 times like you made me do. And she then said, oh, I'm so sorry, it's my fault that you made me answer 9 times. That should be you. I never said anything in there about not remembering. Are you sure you can read? Okay, you said I should ask my questions 9 times. Yes, I did. Okay, so it wasn't up to 9 before you respond, so I had to continue? No, you didn't. I answered you after you asked 9 times. Okay, do you have kids? I have an adult daughter. She's travelling in India with her boyfriend. Nice! I'm a single father of my son. My wife passed away 5 years ago during the process of giving birth to my daughter, and both of them could not survive it. Sometimes I keep asking myself, and I wonder why God chooses to take the people we love the most. How old is your son? 7 years, so what do you do for a living? And how old is your daughter? Crystal is 30. I'm a spiritual lady. I work to bring peace and harmony to people's lives. What do you do? I'm a captain of cruise ship. Which cruise ship? Sounds exciting. I'm a sailor cruise ship captain, and I'm also assistant supervisor in the cruise ship. How old are you? ? Which cruise ship? I'm 55. The one in Cuba, Havana, right now. This, if you're looking at the screen, was 11 p.m. on Wednesday night in the UK. Which ship? What's it called? I'm finding it hard to believe a cruise ship captain can't immediately tell me which ship he's on. I'm 60 years old. Oh, you mean you're old and forgetful and don't know which ship you're on? Apologies to all 60-plus-year-olds watching. Obviously, she added. What do you mean? I asked you at least 3 times what your ship's called, and your answer is I'm 60 years old, which I assume is your excuse for not remembering the name of your ship. Really, Seraphina? Yes. Really, Kenny. What's the name of your ship? I have to go to bed now, so you have several hours to think of her name. Good night for now. Really? I said cruise ship. I work here in Seabourn Cruise Ship, an Ovation cruise, and I'll show you now on the screen where the Seabourn Ovation was at that time. She was in the Tyrrhenian Sea, which is off the west coast of Italy, and she'd just left Olbia in Sardinia. At last! And where is the Ovation right now? What? We're in Cuba, Havana. Awesome! Are you married or single? I'm currently single. Can I see your picture? I think so. He's on here. Okay, so can we talk more on Google? If you want to. Okay, send me your email. And so she did. And your cell number, so I can call you sometime. No, I don't give my number to people I've only met online. Oh, really? Yes, really. Well, I want to let you know that a friend today was also a stranger before. Indeed, and someone I've only met online remains someone I've only met online. Okay, I can't find you on Google Chat. Can you add me up? Because I've mistyped Seraphina's email address. Oh dear, I typed an extra E when I typed my email. And so, he got it right. And they moved to chat. Hey, he said. Hi, to save you asking, I'm fine, and it's only about 30 seconds since we were on Facebook. There you are! Indeed. What are you up to? I'm glad to have you here. Running backwards round the coal scuttle. What are you up to? I'm just here, working. What's the time over there? Said our ship's captain. It's 3:45. What's the time over there? 11:40 a.m. Still morning here. Where are you going after Havana? For now, I live on the ship. I'm currently in the middle of the sea, sailing from Miami to Cuba, Havana, Cayman Island, Bahamas, Caribbean Ocean, Jamaica, etc. Oh, on Facebook you told me you're in Havana, so that wasn't true. You're still on your way from Miami. This was on Thursday. In case you're curious, I googled it. I think it takes about 12 hours to sail from Miami to Cuba. Currently in the middle of a sea, sailing to Cuba, Havana. Yeah, on my way. So telling me you're in Havana wasn't true. What else have you told me that isn't true? How do you mean I'm close to Cuba, Havana? I don't think that was difficult to understand. Yesterday you told me you're in Havana. Today you're still on your way from Miami. Sorry I didn't put it in the right way. So yesterday you must have been hundreds of miles away. Yeah, you're right. So what else have you told me that you didn't put in the right way? Nothing. So, have you had your lunch? It's nearly 4 p.m. What do you think? Have you taken your pills today? Yeah, you're right. Did you had your lunch, I mean? What do you think? It's nearly 4 p.m. Have you had your pills today? Really? Yes, really, replied Serafina. Do you live alone? Yes. Do you wear pink socks? Why do you ask? Is this a game where you ask me random silly questions from a list, but don't answer my equally silly random questions? Oh, no, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. And I'm not answering any more random silly questions until you've answered mine. Oh, OK. I have to fix something in the ship right now, so I'll text you shortly, OK? I'll still be expecting you to answer my questions when you come back. OK, I will. Hello. Hi. What are you doing now? He said, in the middle of the night, and tried calling her. Sleeping, said Serafina. It was the middle of the night. I would have thought a cruise ship captain would be well aware of international times. Where's your ship now? OK, how are you doing today? I'm fine, thanks. Where is your ship now? I will soon get to Cuba, Havana. What are you doing now? You've been there for days now. Do you know how fast a cruise ship travels between ports? Try something a bit more believable. You're on a cruise ship, not a round-the-world container ship. And so, he called her. And you'll hear that Serafina was confused about how long they'd been talking. She says something about a week, but actually it was 2 days. Hello? Excuse me. Hello? Are you going to talk to me or not? It's very rude to call and turn off your microphone, you know.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Oh, that's great.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Do you know how fast a cruise ship sails between ports?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
my ship
you've done enough
first.
to sail the whole of the Caribbean you've been at sea for long enough to probably sail for the whole length of South America in the last 5 days.
Hold on, but I said that's okay. When I got there, I'm laying that I'm there already, okay?
Did you listen to what I said? No, you didn't, did you? You've been heading for Cuba, I think since last Thursday or Monday or whenever it was. I don't know, I don't even remember. Let me have a look and see when you first said you was... Can you remember? So you've been at sea for about a week. I think
Okay, that's
you've
right.
been at sea for long enough to travel the entire length of South America, if not further, in the last 5 6
Okay,
days. So you're not still heading for Cuba, are you? You never have been heading for Cuba. Where is your ship really? Can't you remember where your ship is? That's a bit unfortunate. You are the captain. You should know where you are. Shouldn't you? You've gone very quiet.
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, what? Oh dear, you've disappeared. Is that because you can't remember where you are? Probably. Well, that was very rude of you to cut the call. Are you just a rude man? I'm really sorry for that, okay? Sorry for being rude? Or sorry for telling me tales about where you are? On Wednesday, you said you were in Havana. Really? Do you know how long it takes to cruise from Miami to Cuba? Oh, yes. Really? I'm sorry for that. So can we get away with that? So she screenshotted where he'd said, the one in Cuba, Havana right now. No, you haven't got away with it. It was an obvious lie. Tell me how long it takes to cruise from Miami to Cuba. You should know. You're the captain of a large cruise ship. But I already apologised for that. Apologising for what? Lying to me? Tell me how long it takes to cruise from Miami to Cuba. You should know. You're the captain of a large cruise ship. Or are you apologising for lying about that as well? I apologise. So you're apologising for being rude, but not for lying? Why are you always making me sad? Why are you always lying? Stop sounding like a disgruntled toddler instead of a ship's captain. Tell me how long it takes to cruise from Miami to Cuba. You should know. You're the captain of a large cruise ship. Third time I've asked. But I've apologised to you, he said, and called her again. And if you're listening, boys and girls, this is a very good lesson on why you shouldn't take things that you shouldn't take. Hello?
Hi.
Are you going to talk to me this time? No, you're going to leave your microphone turned off. It's very rude.
I'm sorry. No.
Sorry? I didn't hear what you said.
But I apologize.
You apologise. Right. You assured me you weren't rude. And then you very rudely turn your microphone off and then just apologise. Apologising for something doesn't mean you didn't do it. Do you know that?
I'm sorry.
Yes. Did you just listen to what I said? Apologising for something doesn't mean that you didn't do it. Especially as you assured me you weren't rude. So we'll see whether your apology is meaningful if you don't do it again, won't we? Have you worked out how long it takes to sail from Miami to Cuba? As an experienced ship's captain, I'd expect you to know that. You're struck dumb now, are you, and can't think of anything to say?
But I'm sorry.
Yes, you said that. We know you're sorry. Have you worked out how long it takes to sail from Miami to Cuba?
To get there.
How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? You are an experienced ship's captain. You should know. Well, you've just done it, haven't you? So how long did it take you to sail from Miami to Cuba?
When I got there, are you there?
I'm here, yes. I'm wondering if you're stoned or just stupid.
When I got there, I'm going to message, okay?
Yeah. I'll ask you once more, because I realise you're stoned and you'll have no idea what I'm asking you. You might need to sober up. I'll ask you once more, because you are supposed to be an experienced ship's captain. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? Do you know where Miami is? And do you know where Cuba is?
Why not?
You don't know where they are, do you? You've never been to either, have you? That's why you don't know how long it takes to sail from Miami to Cuba. In fact, you've got no idea, have you? Who are you really?
No, you're getting horror.
Who are you really? You're obviously stoned out of your brains, so you're obviously not a ship's captain. So who are you really? Your brain is barely functioning. I mean, that's assuming you've got a brain, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes. You're completely and utterly stoned out of your brains, haven't you? What if... It's rude to turn off your microphone. What have you been taking? Or are you smoking the wacky backy? It's very rude to turn off your microphone. So what have you taken? Or are you on the wacky backy? You can't remember. You're so far gone you don't even remember what you took. That's a shame, really, don't you think? For a young man to be ruining their life like that. I mean, it's your choice. Obviously, it's your life. But, you're missing most of it because you've no idea what planet you're on, really, have you?
I'll call you when I got there, okay? I'll give me some meanings.
When you've got where? Do you know where you're going? I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me. But you don't know where you're going, do you? You've got no idea. No, I didn't think you had. I suggest you go and find some strong coffee and drink a lot of it. Go outside and get some fresh air. Yes, the call ended, he said. Good plan. When I got there, I will call you so that we can talk more better, okay? He said when the calls had ended. You mean when you've sobered up and can talk coherently? I'll ask you once more. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? Just give me some hours, okay, said our man, frantically trying to work out what he'd have to ask Google to find the answer. You'll make a good educational video on the perils of swallowing something that might addle your brain, she said. What I got there, okay? You can tell me what you've got there, but I doubt if you will. Hello, he said a few hours later. I'm now in Cuba, Havana. I guess you still haven't worked out how long it takes to sail from Miami to Cuba, then? I'm here now. Yes, you said. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? It shouldn't be a difficult question for an experienced ship's captain. We stop and take some passenger on the ship. Yes, you said. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? Why do I have to keep repeating myself? Where did you stop? And please don't make me ask dozens of times. Sorry for the delay. Me too. The delay in your brain. Yes, you said. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? Where did you stop? Marina Hemingway, he said. I looked that up. That's in Havana, in Cuba. Where's that? Close to Cuba, Havana, he said. In that case, I'll ask you one final time. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? If you can't answer, I'll know you've never been anywhere near a ship and are too stoned to even know where Cuba is. To which our man replied, 91 Malice. What on earth does that mean? This is your last chance. Use it wisely. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? 91 miles. Idiot, said Seraphina, being very unlike herself. How long does it take to sail from Miami to Cuba? It depends on the passenger which is cruising on the ship. Aha! It must be a Fred Flintstone ship. Maybe the passengers have to stick their feet through holes in the bottom of the ship and paddle. You really think it's 91 miles from Miami to Cuba? What kind of brain-dead idiot are you? What? Exactly, said Seraphina. You have no idea where Miami is, no idea where Cuba is, no idea how far apart they are, and no idea how long it takes to sail from one to the other. You're either A, still stoned, B, a brain-dead idiot, or C, both of those. Do you want to tell me who you really are? Or shall I guess? But apparently our man didn't, and disappeared. And if you're thinking of cruising with Seabourn, rest assured that this man isn't the captain of any of their ships. Hashtag not sponsored. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.